Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. If you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple. You go in settings, use promo code, and you enter the code STARCO, STARKO, and you will receive your free starter pack, giving you a little boost early on in the game. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the best leader in Dragon Champion. I'm going to talk about the 5 best leader in Dragon Champion. So let's jump into the list of leaders here and let's talk about that. And by the way guys, if you want to have a chance to actually win 500 drag coins, make sure you join our Discord server and participate in our Discord giveaway. We're going to give it, we are giving 3 prize 500 drag coins a week through the Discord giveaway. So make sure you check that out. The link is in the description down below. So here in all these leaders guys, you can see there is a lot of leaders. There is 5 leaders that are actually shining more than other leaders, which is actually the leaders we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to start with position number 5 guys. In position number 5, the leader number 5 is actually going to be Nightail. Nightail is actually a very great leader, especially since our lead got revamped. The currency of ally elves increased by 20%, so it's actually counter the dodge from other team. They have a 20% chance for each living mage and healer in the party to remove 1 buff from the target upon landing a critical hit. They remove 2 buff instead of 1. So it is a very great leadership if you mix health, mage and healer together to actually counter teams with a lot of buff or counter team with a lot of dodge. But since it is such a high requirement on what you can actually do with this leadership is actually making it to the bottom. Wow, I can't speak guys, sorry. The bottom 5 of the list, but still an outstanding leadership. Probably the best leadership to counter a pride team, for example, you know, counter the dodge and remove a bunch of buff, which is actually pretty useful. So definitely Nightail is one of the best leadership in the game, but compared to the other 4 we're going to be talking about, she is just not up there with them, sadly. Number 4 guys, we have Sylas. Sylas is probably one of the most versatile leader in the game. His leadership applied to pretty much every single order in the game, plus it gives bonus to most order faction too, which is actually pretty outstanding. Here both the physical damage and magic damage of all allies from the order increase by 25%. So any faction that is in order, any characters that is order, is gonna get a 25% damage increase, that is magical damage or physical damage. So this is actually outstanding. Then a few of the faction actually get a huge buff. The counterattack chance of ally human is increased by 10% for each living human in the party. So if you make a full human team, 50% chance to counterattack from each human. The critical chance of all ally elves increased by 5% for each living elf in the party. So you have a bunch of elves, again you're gonna get a lot more critical chance on the elves, which is actually pretty awesome. The pandas, the potency of all allies panda increased by 5% for each living panda in the party. So you actually put Sylas as lead with Amber and Lake, for example, you're gonna be able to remove so much more buff from the opponent team. So because of that, although that some leadership are actually stronger than this leadership is so versatile that this leadership is definitely in the top 5 in the game. And plus Sylas has a great synergy with pretty much every order, and extra synergy with Nightail. Obviously that just makes this guy with his leadership so freaking awesome. So position number 4 we have Sylas. Position number 3 guys, we're gonna go with Buff. Buff is definitely a top 3 leader in the game. Some people will consider him the best leader. I don't. You can see nobody actually use him as leader in arena, but he still has one of the best leadership in the game. If you take a look at his leadership, it's pretty simple. we are Legion. Increase the speed of all allied demons by 15 and their tenacity by 30%. A 33% chance to decrease the turn meter by 16.66% when attacking. So all demons, every single demons you're gonna put in this team is gonna get a huge buff. Not only their speed is increased, but their tenacity is increased. So it's gonna be good for your defender, and it's gonna be good for all your healer, your DPS. Everybody in your team are gonna get a huge bonus from that. It's like a leadership like Sylas is great, but it does not really help your defender, for example, in actually getting doing a much better job. While the buff leadership will actually help every single class in your team, as long as they are demon, to actually do a better job. This is an outstanding leadership. Speed is the meta in this game, so having more speed for your demon is actually pretty damn outstanding. Although in some situation a shadow leadership is going to be more useful than a buff leadership, but buff leadership is still, in my opinion, the third best leadership in the game. Next, we move with the second one. We have Talon. Talon used to be the #1 leadership in the game, but since the nerf on her leadership, I think it's a couple updates ago, it's still a great leadership. It just does not do as much as before. So secret leader, increase the critical chance of all ILs by 30% and recover 20% of their turn meter upon landing a critical hit, and has a 50% chance to restore one turn to a random ability, and can only be triggered once per turn. So you can only get a 20% turn meter increase from landing a critical hit, and until you do it with a AoE or a multi-hit ability, it's still just gonna be 20%. So it is outstanding leadership, because it's going to give you on most of your health, is going to get you up to 100% critical chance, which is outstanding. It's going to give you, every time you hit a critical, it's going to get you turn meter increase, and you're going to have chance to actually restore random abilities, which is going to be very useful on your defender, because your defender is going to be able to get to keep the count up without it dropping in a lot of time, which is actually going to be very useful. So this leadership is really outstanding. It makes the elf, well, at least Talon with Titania a crazy duo. You can add Felia there, and that will actually be one of the best trio in the game. So because of that, that Talon leadership is definitely up there. And also just Talon by herself this leadership can actually help her so much in arena and stuff like that. This leadership is just outstanding. It's a meta leadership for every single game mode in the game except raid. So definitely in my opinion, the second best leadership in the game. And the best, a leadership that actually came back to shine since the Talon nerf, is actually Zira. Zira leadership is actually outstanding. It is, in my opinion, the best leadership in the game. In PvP, this is literally the best leadership in the game, and also in raid can actually do such a good job on phase 4. It is just awesome. So if we actually take a look at the leadership, it's pretty simple. In Rage Blades, the potency and maximum health of all ally orc is increased by 20%. So their potency and HP, so a lot more HP, a lot more chance to apply debuff. And when the battle starts, all enemies receive a tenacity decrease, armor decrease, damage decrease, and buff immunity for 1 turn. That buff immunity is just a game changer. Having buff immunity on the first turn of a battle, at the start of the battle, is just a game changer. As people are starting to well, the meta in arena are starting to be a lot more around Zira lead now. Pretty much 75% of the meta teams in arena actually, well, 75% top players in arena actually now are back to using the Zira lead, and Zira can actually be outstanding in every single game mode in the game, which actually what makes her the best leader in the game. And also she is probably, in all those 5 leaders, The second easiest one to actually get to 7 stars. The easiest one is going to be Nightail because she is farmable. The other 3, Buff, Talon, and Sylas, are actually legendary characters, and then Zira is actually a battleground character. So once you hit level 40, you can actually start to farming battleground currency and get her up as soon as possible. So she is one of the easiest leadership to actually get up. That is actually a top 5 leadership, and she is the best one in the game. Now, if you don't agree with me, guys, let me know what is your top 5 leader in the Dragon Champion in the comment section down below, so we can actually discuss about that. But I'm pretty confident that my top 5 is pretty relevant in my opinion. Anyway, guys, this is what we wanted to talk about. Hopefully this video will help you decide which characters you're going to be focusing on, which leader you're going to put in certain position, and yeah, that's pretty much all we had to talk about today. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video, as it helps the channel grow, and y'all keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.